Welcome back, dear students. Hope you all are fine. We are reading first chapter, that is matter in our surroundings. In the last video, we have started our topic change in state of matter, and we are reading effect of temperature. We have already read in the last video about solid to liquid change, that is fusion. Today first we will read about latent heat of fusion. Actually, the word latent means hidden. It means hidden. So, latent heat is the hidden heat which is to be supplied to a substance for changing its state. Whenever a substance will change its state, a certain amount of heat is to be supplied to that substance. Suppose if we want to change a substance which is solid into liquid, so we have to supply an amount of heat which will not increase the temperature, means the solid and the liquid, they both will be at same temperature. So that heat is not increasing the temperature, it is going hidden. Where for the change in the state, it goes hidden in the change of state. Like latent heat of fusion. Suppose if we take some ice in a beaker, we will take ice in a beaker. The temperature of ice will be 0 degree Celsius. It will be 0 degree Celsius. When we will start heating this ice, so slowly the ice will start converting into liquid water. It will start converting into liquid water until the whole ice will melt. Until whole ice will melt, there will be no increase in temperature. Means until the whole ice will melt, the temperature will not increase. We are continuously supplying the heat, but the temperature is not increasing. Why? It is because the particles of a substance, they are held together by forces of attraction. They are held together by some forces of attraction. Some forces of attraction. So the heat which we are supplying, it is used to overcome these forces of attraction. That's why it does not increases the temperature. And when this whole ice will melt, it will form first water at 0 degree Celsius. Then slowly the temperature of water will increase. So the latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion is that heat which is to be supplied to a solid for changing its state. The latent heat of fusion is that heat which is supplied to 1 kg of a substance. It is supplied to 1 kg of a solid substance for changing it into liquid state at the same temperature. Means the temperature of the solid and the liquid, that should be same. So whatever heat will be supplied for changing the 1 kg of solid into 1 kg of liquid at the same temperature, that heat is called latent heat of fusion. The latent heat of ice is 3.34 into 10 raised to power 5 joules per kg. We will measure the heat in joules, heat energy in joules. So this much amount of heat must be supplied to 1 kg of ice. 1 kg of ice at 0 degree Celsius for converting it into liquid water at 0 degree Celsius. At 0 degree Celsius. So where is this heat going? This heat is used for overcoming the force of attraction. Force of attraction that is between the particles of ice. So this heat does not increases the kinetic energy. It does not increases kinetic energy of substance. It does not increases kinetic energy of substance. It is used for overcoming the force of attraction between the particles, and when that substance will change into liquid completely, that time the heat will start increasing the kinetic energy of the particles, and the temperature of the substance will increase. It will increase. So if we will try to cool any substance using ice at 0 degree Celsius and water that is also at 0 degree Celsius. So which will be more effective? Which will cool more? Ice. Ice will cool more. Ice will be more effective if we will try to cool any substance than the water which is at 0 degree Celsius, because we know that ice will absorb latent heat of fusion. It will absorb latent heat of fusion from that substance, and the latent heat of fusion of ice is 33.34 into 10 raised to power 5 joules per kg. I hope you understood it. If you did not understood, please drop a comment. Now we will move to our next topic, that is liquid to gas change, that is vaporization. Liquid to gas change, that is called boiling or vaporization. The process of converting a liquid into its vapors or into gas is called boiling. The process of converting of a liquid into its vapors or gas is called boiling. And the temperature at which a liquid converts into gas, the temperature at which liquid converts into gas or vapors, it is called boiling point. The temperature is called boiling point. The temperature at which a liquid converts into gas or vapors, it is called boiling point. And for a particular liquid, the boiling point is fixed. Like the boiling point of water is 100 degree Celsius. It is a fixed. Whenever we say the boiling point of water, it is 100 degree Celsius. And the boiling point of different liquids, the boiling point of different liquids is different. It is different. So whenever the liquids are heated, whenever liquids are heated, their particles gains kinetic energy, or the kinetic energy of the particles increases. The kinetic energy of the particles increases. And when this kinetic energy becomes enough to overcome the forces of attraction, when this kinetic energy becomes enough to overcome the forces of attraction between the particles, then the liquid converts into gas. Then the liquid converts into gas or vapors. Gas or vapors. Now let us move to our next topic, that is latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization. Suppose if we will take some water in a beaker, if we will take water in a beaker and we will heat it, So initially the temperature of the water will increase, but when the temperature of water will reach 100 degrees Celsius, when the temperature of water will reach 100 degrees Celsius, after that the temperature will not increase. Even if you will keep on heating it, the temperature will not increase. At that temperature, the water starts converting into its gas form or into vapors. So we are continuously supplying the heat, but the temperature of water is not increasing. It is not increasing. So where does that heat go? That heat is used for converting the liquid water into its gaseous form. It is used in converting liquid water into gas or vapors. So this heat is latent heat. This is latent heat because it remains hidden and is used for converting liquid into gas. So latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat which must be supplied to 1 kg of liquid, for converting it into gaseous form, for converting it into gaseous form at the same temperature, As we have read in the case of solid, the latent heat is used to overcome the force of attraction between the particles. Similarly, in the case of liquids also, the latent heat of vaporization is used for overcoming the force of attraction, that is between the particles of liquid, and the latent heat of water. The latent heat of water is 22.5 into 10 raised to power 5 joule per kg. It is 22.5 into 10 raised to power 5 joule per kg. Means this much amount of heat must be supplied to 100 degree of water. It must be supplied to 100 degree of water for converting it into steam. For converting it into steam or vapors. And this heat will be used for converting the state from liquid to gaseous state. Like if we will apply nail polish remover, nail polish remover or spirit on our hand, then our hand will feel cool. Why? Because the boiling point of nail polish remover or spirit is low. So whenever we pour them over our hand, they absorbs latent heat. From our hand and converts into vapors. So they are absorbing heat from our hand. That's why our hand gets cool. Hope all of you understood. So let us move to our next topic, that is sublimation. Whenever a solid directly changes into gas or a gas directly changes into a solid, whenever a solid changes into a gas or a gas directly changes into a solid, it is called sublimation. Means the solid will directly change into gas without converting into liquid, and the gas will directly change into solid. When we will heat the solid, it will directly convert into gas, and whenever we cool the gas, it will directly convert into solid. So some common substances which undergoes sublimation are, they are naphthalene, camphor, anthracene, iodine, dry ice, that is actually solid carbon dioxide. Dry ice is actually solid carbon dioxide. These two things, naphthalene balls and camphor, you might have seen at your home. Like whenever we store the cloth, we keep white colored balls that are actually naphthalene balls. So after some time, the naphthalene balls disappears. So where does they go? Actually, the naphthalene undergoes sublimation. It means the solid slowly keeps on converting into naphthalene vapors. It slowly keeps on converting into naphthalene vapors. That's why our clothes does not get wet and the clothes remain safe. And the camphor also. Camphor is called kapoor. It is called kapoor in Hindi. It also undergoes sublimation. So you might have seen the fog at the dance shows or any shows. The fog that is actually of dry ice. Dry ice means solid carbon dioxide. Solid carbon dioxide. Whenever the carbon dioxide is cooled and compressed, it directly converts into solid form. It directly converts into solid form. And whenever it comes back to its normal pressure and temperature, it again converts into gas. It converts into CO2 gas. So this solid carbon dioxide, solid CO2, is used to show the effect of fog on the dance or music shows. Hope all of you understood it. In case you are having any doubts, so please drop a comment. Thank you students for watching. Bye bye. Take care.